בינו וביני. כי אשמר השבת אל ישמרני. כי אשמר השבת אל ישמרני. אותי לעולמי עד בינו וביני. אותי לעולמי עד בינו וביני. Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and welcome to B'nai Vail. Welcome to our Shabbat service that we have here every Friday night at the Vail Interfaith Chapel. My name is Cantor Michelle, and Rabbi Newman is not here this evening. He is out of town tonight, so we'll hold down the fort here. I think you all can handle it. We'll start off our service this evening with the lighting of our Shabbat candles. Would someone like to come up and light for us? I will sing if someone lights. Thanks, Janice. Don't tell Rabbi Newman we're Reform. He doesn't know that. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Thank you. May the Shabbat candles that we now light inspire us to see justly and gently, to look honestly with kindness, and to see what is holy in each other. We're going to turn to page 5. Consider the words of your prayers as awakening the letters. Through these letters, heaven and earth and all that lives was created. The letters have within them the life of all. When you pray using them, all of creation merges with the words of your prayer. Your words can lift up all that is around you. Even the song of a bird flying by enters into such prayer. We'll now join together on page 4 as we sing Hine Matov, how good and pleasant it is that we are all sitting here together, all of our brothers and sisters. So please take just a moment to introduce yourself or to wave or to say Shabbat Shalom to someone sitting nearby. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim 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 שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יאללה, יאללה, לה, 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 הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יאללה, יאללה, לה, 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 הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד. All right, we are going to join together on page 7 as we sing Dodi Li, this beautiful Shabbat prayer that is oftentimes sung under a wedding canopy or at a ketubah signing. But the bride that they're talking about in this prayer is not, in fact, a bride at all, but the Shabbat bride who will be welcoming into the room shortly as we continue on in our service. Page 7, Dodi Li. Dodi Li, vani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Dodi Li, mizot ola min hamidbar, mizot ola min hamidbar. Dodi Li, Dodi Li, vani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Dodi Li, mekuteret mor ulivona, mekuteret mor ulivona. Dodi Li, Dodi Li, vani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Dodi Li. On page 6, we'll read together responsively. God has pointed us in the direction of good and right living in the book of Micah. It is our compass and star to guide us each day and night. To do justice, treating others with kindness, compassion, and helping beyond what is necessary. God asks of me to be merciful, forgiving others and releasing old grudges, and lending a hand to those in need. God asks of me to walk humbly, without pride and self-importance, but with humility and grace worthy of our people. May we fulfill these expectations each day to the best of our ability as others look to us for direction. Please join me on page 8 as we welcome in the angels of Shabbat and sing Shalom Aleichem together. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Ni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Baruch Hu. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me. And now I'd like to invite you to join me on page 12 as we take a look at our beautiful Torah table cover. Does anybody know what the Hebrew says on this table cover? So most Bima tablecloths will say, there's many things that might be chosen for them. They're often know before whom you stand, and we wanted to do something a little bit different here at B'nai Vail. So ours says, Esa einai el heharim me'ayin yavo ezri, which is, I lift my eyes to the mountains. From where does my help come? This is kind of like the B'nai Vail staple prayer out here in the mountains. So please join me on page 12 as we sing Esa einai. Esa einai el heharim me'ayin yavo ezri. Esa einai el heharim me'ayin yavo ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim va'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim va'aretz. Esa einai el heharim me'ayin yavo ezri. Esa einai el heharim me'ayin yavo ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim va'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim va'aretz. Please join me on page 16, and this is the prayer where we will have the opportunity to welcome in the Shabbat bride. That's why we rise during the last verse of this prayer, Lecha Dodi, and we face the entrance because we're envisioning the Shabbat bride at that time is walking into the room, and we are all rising to greet her as she enters. And this is why we stand up at a Jewish wedding when the bride walks into the room. Page 16, Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, B'nai Shabbat nikabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Hishmi'anu el hamiyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad. L'shem u'tiferet v'litchila Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, B'nai Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, B'nai Shabbat nikabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nilcha, ki hi mekor ha'veracha, mirosh mikedem nesucha. Sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tchila. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, B'nai Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, B'nai Shabbat nikabela. Mikdash melech ir melucha, kumitzi mitohavecha, Rav lach shemet be'emech habacha, vehu yachmol alaychem Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, B'nai Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, B'nai B'nai Shabbat Nekavela. And at this time, please turn to page 18 and rise and face the rear of the sanctuary as we welcome in our Shabbat bride. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'v'tzola, tachavunei am segula. Boi chala, la 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 chadodi, likrat kala, b'nai b'nai Shabbat nekavela, lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nai b'nai Shabbat nekavela, la 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 chadodi, likrat kala, b'nai b'nai Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, B'nai Shabbat nekavela. You may be seated. On the top of page 21, we're going to read Mizmor Shir responsively. It is good to give thanks to you, O Lord, to praise your name through song. To the music of the lute and the harp, to the melody of the lyre, I will sing my delight. Please join me on the bottom of page 20 as we sing Tzadik Katamar together. Tzadik Katamar yifrach ke'erez balvanon yizkeh shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenun beseva deshenim vera'ananim yehiu lehagid ki yashar Adonai suri velo avlatabo. On page 23, we have this wonderful reading that was published in a newspaper over 100 years ago that we still can relate to so wonderfully today. Would anyone like to be our reader this evening? Thank you so much, Ernie. That was beautiful. We're going to go right on the page that's facing just for today, Rav Nachman's prayer. And this song was set to a beautiful melody by my dear friend, a Jewish musician and composer, Eliana Light, who is in the process of recording an album right now. And B'nai Vail has sponsored one of the tracks on her album so that she was able to produce it. And this is her setting of Rav Nachman's prayer. And she wrote this just for B'nai Vail. Adonai, grant me the ability to be alone. And may it be my custom to go outdoors each day among the trees and grass, among all growing things. There to be alone and enter into prayer. There may I express all that is in my heart, talking with God, to whom I belong. And may all grasses, trees, and plants awake at my coming. Send the power of their life into my prayer, making whole my heart and my speech through the life and spirit of all growing things, made whole by their transcendent source. Oh, that they would enter into my prayer. And then would I open my heart in prayer. And then, oh God, would I pour out the words of my heart before your presence. Join me in the nigun. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la. Ya la 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 la. Before we enter into the central portion of our service, I'd like everyone to take just a moment to reflect back on this past week leading up to this Shabbat, this time where we can take a pause, a time for reflection. And I'd like you to think of something meaningful that occurred this week. Think of something meaningful that occurred in your life this week. It can be something very simple. It can be something that is meaningful because you've been anticipating it for a very long time. It can be a really beautiful snowflake that landed on your glove while you were skiing. It can be the birth of a new life into your family, something meaningful that happened this week. And if you're willing, I would love for you to share something meaningful that happened this week. Would anyone like to start us off? I know everyone can think of something. That was meaningful to you.
I'll say something
Okay.
nice. This week I volunteered with B'nai Vail, got to meet a lot of people I didn't know, children I didn't know, and we helped fold clothes for the, I think it's called the Children's Closet.
The
I'm not
youth
sure the name of
closet.
it.
Yeah.
For the youth closet, so I was very happy to volunteer there.
I'm so happy that you came. It was really nice having you there. Thank you. Who else? Something meaningful that happened this week. Anything. Think, dig deep, and find something. All right, I'm going to broaden it a little bit further and say something meaningful or something that made you smile this week. Did Ronnie make you smile this week, Andy? Is that what's, yeah? That's perfect. Getting to spend time with friends at our Shabbat service, that makes me smile too. What else? I'm gonna stand here until I get two more things because I want to hear about some things that happened. You can go too. Something meaningful, something that made you smile. Come on. Do you have one, Ernie? Okay.
I had a beautiful ski day with some very good friends.
Amazing. That made me smile this week too. All right. One more, meaningful or a thing that made you smile. All right. This week, for me, I felt really grateful. It was really meaningful to me that I had several different days this week that I got to spend time with a lot of people that I care about in all kinds of different places. I got to do the youth closet event on Martin Luther King Day, which was really wonderful, and talk about Tikkun Olam, and got to go skiing with some good friends and visit some people who were in town. And I met 5 people, and I met them because they were staying over at my house for a couple of nights because we have people in and out of our house all the time. And so lots of meaningful and smile-filled things in my week for sure. All right, we're going to continue with the main part of our service on page 24. And if you are able, please rise as we join together for our call of worship, the Baruch Hu. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach Le'olam Vael. HaMevorach, HaMevorach Le'olam Vael. You may be seated. We're going to join together in the middle of page 26. You can see in the Hebrew and English about halfway down the page where it says Borei Yom V'Laila. About halfway down. It's a little hard to find, but I know you can find it. In the first evening blessing before the Shema, we begin with awareness of our natural being, where we are, what time it is, the weather and the length of day. Night brings the fear of darkness and chaos, so we focus on the comforting rhythm of the order of creation. Roll into dark, roll into light. Light becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei Yom V'Laila, Golel Or Mipnei Choshech, Golel Or Mipnei Choshech, V'Choshech Mipnei Or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, Day turns to night, roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, goleh or mipnei choshech, goleh or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. On the next page, we'll join together in Ahavat Olam. You have loved your people Israel with an unceasing love. You taught us Torah and mitzvot, laws and judgments. And so, Adonai, our God, we debate your laws. When we lie down and when we rise up, we rejoice everywhere and always in the words of your Torah and your mitzvot, for they are our life and the length of our days. We dance to their music day and night, knowing your love will never leave us. Blessed are you, Adonai, lover of people Israel. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha avta, Amcha avta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, uvahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla. Alkeinu Adonai Eloheinu b'shachvenu uvkumenu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki ehem chayenu ve'orech yameinu uvahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla, ve'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael, Ohev amo Yisrael. And now, before we join together in our prayer that is our central prayer to Judaism, the Shema, I'm going to lead you through a quick little exercise, and I often do this with our religious school students. And Shema, what does Shema mean? Hear or listen. Hear or listen. And when we want someone to listen to us, sometimes we say shh. So let's all say shh together. And when we're taking in what they say, sometimes we might go, Let's try that all together. And once we not only hear, but we are really listening, and you really get what someone's saying, what do you say? I get it. Or? Let's try that together. All right, let's try all three of those together. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvchol nafshecha uvechol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha mishinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha bevetecha uvlechtecha al vaderech uvshachbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha dehayu letotafot ben einecha Uchtavtam al mezuzot betecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai ditem kedoshim leloechem ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem emet. All right, will someone please lead us responsively on the top of 33, May we have just enough? Who would like to lead us? David, thank you.
Source of all goodness, as we join together in prayer, we reflect on blessings that are always within our reach. Healthy enough to rise in the morning and enjoy all that this beautiful valley gives us each day. May we have enough wealth to be able to take care of our own needs and compassion enough to share our abundance with others. May we have patience enough to not easily become disheartened, knowing that with faith in the future, tomorrow will be a better day.
Thank you so much. We're going to join together on the page right next to that in Mi Chamocha, our song of freedom and redemption. Yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai. Yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai. Ya lai la lai lai ya lai ya la lai. Yai la lai lai ya la 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 lai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh feleh, nora tehilot oseh feleh. Malchutecha ra'uvanecha, bokeyayam lifnei Moshe, ze'elianu ve'amru, ze'elianu ve'amru, Adonai imlach le'olam ba'ed, Adonai imlach le'olam ba'ed. Yalalai, yai-lai, lai, la, lai, la, 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 lai, yai-lai, lai, la, lai, la, 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 lai, yai-lai, la, lai, lai, yai-lai, yalalai, yai-la, lai, lai, ya-la, lai, lai, lai. On page 34, may we lie down to sleep in peace, Adonai our God, and may you stand us up in the morning in life and spread over us a sukkat shalom, a sukkah of your peace. Hashkivenu on the top of page 34. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom Me'amidenu Malkeinu lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom Me'amidenu Malkeinu lechaim Ushmor Tzeitenu Uvoinu Lechaim Shalom Me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom Me'amidenu Malkeinu lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom Me'amidenu Malkeinu lechaim. On page 36, more than Israel has kept Shabbat, Shabbat has kept Israel. Veshamru bnei Israel et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Right. On page 38, we are going to send out our love and our prayers to those in our community who are not feeling well physically or emotionally. We're going to join together in the Misha Berach, and midway through the prayer, I'll invite you to share any names of anyone that you would like to offer your healing brachot to this evening. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. We offer a refuah shlema, blessings for a full healing, to Carol Annell, Emil Annell, Lynn Ambrose, Gail Balin, Sue Beiser, Linda Cullen, Blanche Deutsch, Lynn Deutschman, Sarah Jane Drescher, Carol Ann Finn, Jane Friedman, Steve Friedman, Deborah Goldman, Cliff Goldman, Don Graubart, Mike Herman, Ken Imler, Donald Jaffe, Harriet Jaffe, Warren Janowitz, Mary Sue Katz, Skip Clowens, Herman Keek, Brian Kushner, Renee Levine, Rabbi Sue Levy, Charlie Levy, Renee Myers, Chester Parver, Stephen Reese, Daniel Rosen, Chip Ruth, Roberta Scheller, Sam Schwartz, Bernie Shavitz, Ann Sheldon, Bill Silvers, Dina Stempler, Mark Strauss, Maury Strauss, Alan Tannenbaum, Rita Weinstein, Tevi Wellens, Brian Wilson, and Mickey Winokur. And if you have any names, please share them as my eyes meet yours. Thank you. Mishaberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Please, if you are able, rise as we join together in the Chatzi Kaddish on page 40. Yitkadal ve'yitkadash shemei rabba be'alma divra kirte ve'amlich malchute b'chayechon u'v'yomechon uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kariv ve'imeru amen. Yehesh me rabba mevarach le'alam u'lam me'amaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroma v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha b'rechu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma ve'imeru amen. We'll join together at the top of page 42. Adonai Svatai, Adonai, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Following Adonai Svatai, we will pray silently. You can either pray the words of the Amidah on the following pages, or feel free to offer the prayers that are in your heart. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Once you've completed your prayer, please have a seat. Page 56, Yehiyu L'Ratzon. Hear my prayer, and may my prayer be worthy of being heard. Yehiyu L'Ratzon Imrei fi Vehegyon libi Lefanecha Adonai Tzuri Ve'gali Tzuri Ve'gali. If you are able, please rise and join me on page 60 as we chant the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shaveach la'adon ha'kol, la'tet girula le'otzer bereshit, shelo asanu k'lei ha'aratzot, ve'lo samanu k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkenu kahem, ve'goralenu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. Those we have loved and lost are here with us tonight as the sun sets behind the mountains of Vail. When we gather together in the sparkle of the fallen snow, when blossoms open on the trees, they are with us. When we marvel at the blueness of the skies and the golden color of the aspen trees, they are with us. It is our memories of being with them that keep them alive. For as long as we live and recall their stories, they too shall live. Our loved ones will always be a part of who we are, and they are with us. As we remember tonight our loved ones who are not here with us on this earth, we'd like to say the mourner's Kaddish. I have some names to read, and then we'll invite you to share any names of anyone that you're remembering tonight. Gabriel Amira, Alan Baguli, David Barrison, Ida Blondie, Martin Carsley, Rudolph Cohen, Glenn Cooper, Annette Davis, Enid Dinkin, Mari Dolan, Nellie Farber, Beatrice Field, Milton Finkelstein, Eddie Floman, Rita Friedman, Sarah Friedman, Lita Fromstein, Samuel Galprin, Geraldine Gaynor, Joseph Gerson, Audrey Given, Howard Greinitz, Rose Gross, Alfred Held, Sally Herman, Jimmy Hess, Sarah Hockman, Beverly Hodis, Harry Holmes, Isaac Israel, Esther Kahn, Earl Canners, Sylvia Carmen, Benjamin Karsh, Samuel B. Katz, Earl S. Katz, Murray Keller, Abby Kimmel, Belle Clowens, Paul Krell, Joseph Kussman, Herbert Lapkoff, Willie Lessing, Tamar Levy, Ira Lubin, Ludwig Mayer, Thelma Minkow, Wilnie Mitnick, Mary Molina, Roy Molina, Sheila Newer, Paul Numeroff, Hermana Potowski, Edith Pascal, Daniel M. Perchik, Natalie Podrit, Cindy Polger, Alvin Putterman, William Rabinowitz, Louis Raymer, Estelle Reese, Arvina Ross Katz, Eleanor Sachs, Harold Schneider, Belle Sigmund, Howard Solomon, Terry Sussman, George Sutton, Jack Tanchel, Melvin Tannenbaum, Ira Waldbaum, Bernard Weingast, Daniel Weingast, Sally Wortham, Elaine Wolf, and Evelyn Zinger. And please, if you have any names to share, please do so at this time. And we'll join together in the Mourner's Kaddish on 64. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma Divra Kirutei v'yamlich Malchutei, B'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'almei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shemei dekudsha b'richu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. May God grant strength to his people and bless all peoples with peace. And together we say, Amen. All right, please join me in Kiddush and Motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen l'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Please enjoy challah and wine and grape juice in the back of the room. Bim bam, bim 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom.